Bro, I gave you a lap dance 2 times and fucking started. You was high as on coke. Nigga. Smell that coke through your breath.
Hot tea, hot tea, hot tea, hot tea, hot tea.
All right, so before we get into Cardi B cussing out Joe Budden, I gotta let y'all know how this all started. So it started because Cardi was upset when Joe said this on his podcast.
You're not getting none of that shit.
I mean, Cardi.
Yeah,
I would absolutely
You'll never get another Cardi album again.
And you've been standing on that.
I am standing.
Cardi.
Yeah,
I would absolutely.
You'll never get another Cardi album again.
And you've been standing on that.
I am standing on
And
it.
they talked about that in the office when I went up there. Like,
But now that Cardi got something dropping with my man Rob, Big Rob on Friday.
Saw that.
That's going to be crazy, but that's what Cardi's about to be now. Just a single artist. You're not getting none of that shit.
I mean, you was right, too.
About what?
About Atlantic wanting to put out an album. You was right. See, you be right sometimes about them wanting to put out an album. We don't care about none of that shit.
I ain't spoken to nobody at Atlantic. I'm just be on a hunch. So you done went and got some information from somewhere. I'm sure somebody involved wants Cardi to put out an album. No?
What? Yeah, of course they do.
I'm sure Offset wants Cardi to put out an album. Hey, fellas out there, boyfriends, y'all know that feeling, right? When you want your bitch to get a job.
And then the show began.
Everybody dropping, all these females are dropping albums, all these females are dropping projects, all of this. Why you ain't talking about them? You claim you like them so much, but no, you talking about the brim. All the time you talking about the brim. What is going on? Want to hear the album so bad? Nigga, pull up. Pull up. I'm in New York. I ain't gonna get you touched. I ain't going to jail. I ain't gonna have pressing you or none of that. TT Torres heard my fucking album. Pull the fuck up. And it's all the time, bro. It's all the time. Like, leave me alone. I do not bother nobody. And I do not want to go to my old ways of cursing people out. Well, I like to curse my fans out, but it's because we're in a relationship. And it's not genuine. Because if it's like a genuine thing, it's like, you just want to talk about it and criticize it down. You have not said not one positive thing about me. You have not said not one positive thing about any songs that I drop. You have not said nothing positive about any fucking feature that I drop. So why are you so thirsty for my album? You're not. You're not. You want to talk down on me all the time. It's annoying, bro. I never seen nobody. Shit is so crazy. It's crazy, bro. I don't know what I did to this man all the time. You know what he remind me of? One of them prediction pages from Twitter. He is really one of those prediction pages from Twitter that just be making up. Cardi X August featuring. And it's like, yo, I have to come on my body and say something. I had to come on my body and say something because it's just like, yo, when does it stop? When does it stop? Like, why don't you leave me the fuck alone? If I'm such a lazy and shit like that, why don't you leave me alone? I'm starting to think he's just obsessed with Dominicans. I think I might remind him of his two last. I think I remind him too much of Tahiri and Sin Santana. I think he got something. I'm starting to think that he got something against Dominican hoes because it's like, bro, why are you always coming for me all the time, all the time? And if you claim you're so cool and you with me so much, you could DM me and I'll give you hints on when my album is coming. I think he got something against Dominican bitch. I have also never gotten a lap dance from this lady. Bro, I gave you a lap dance 2 times and fucking started. You was high as on coke. Nigga. Smell that coke through your breath. That's one thing. Second of all, and actually that's not even nothing to brag about. Second of all, you're like, I will never talk about this and that. I don't give a fuck when people talk about me. It's just the fact that you always talk shit about me, Joe Budden. You always talk shit about me. Out of nowhere. You would think I did something to this out of nowhere. For the past 2 years, this have only talked bad things about me. Bad things about me. Constantly. Why? Because you got an interview? And the fact about it is that you don't even have to do that. Because I know for a fact bitches is not telling you to do that. You just do that to pander. Like if I did something to you all the time, I got to connect in Atlantic. I got to connect in. No, the fuck you don't. You really said here in December saying that I fucking got into it with my husband because this ain't my little boyfriend. This ain't my no fucking baby daddy. This nigga been married for 7 years. Oh yeah, she did that for a publicity stunt because this and that drop. What? Now it's this girl. Now it's this girl. Now I promise you, I can show you. I will never call her this girl. Now I'm this girl. Now I'm Cardi B, the bitch you always talking shit about. I want to talk now. I've been giving you 2 years, sparing you for 2 years. Even when I call you out, I don't even disrespect you. You always try me. Always try me. I ain't fucking Drake. I ain't gonna fucking write no nice paragraph. I'm gonna come at you. I'm gonna shine that head of yours. I'm gonna shine it all the time. This ain't no violent shit. This is about me and Joe Budden. So now I'm addressing. Now I want to talk. You want to talk about me? Now I'm address it. Don't sit here and talk about. I just want to hear her album. You have been talking shit about every single shit that I have dropped for the past 2 years. Nothing is good enough for you. So why would my album be good enough for you? You've been talking shit about it for 2 years. So you're not gonna gaslight me. You're not gonna gaslight me, nigga. I'm gonna bring the kerosene. And 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 for your little wristbenders that's talking shit. For your little wristbenders that talking shit. I really want to let y'all know this, that I never had a problem with this man. Never had a problem. But all of a sudden, motherfucker started changing his tune. Changing his tune out of nowhere on me. Like for what? Like this shit didn't even make no sense. It was like, all right, yeah, he like um you sometimes give me bad criticism or good criticism, but out of nowhere, it became well for the past 2 years that is like just talking shit, talking shit, talking shit, talking shit, talking shit, to the point that he actually wanted to take it far and fucking interview a bitch that fucking lied and said I have fucking herpes and fucking was talking shit about my daughter. Like this bitch really said that I remember when I used to hide culture. This bitch really said that I hit my daughter because she was dark skinned. Bitch, you a fucking lie, bitch. Like this woman have made so much lies about me and lies and lies and lies and lies, but you felt so impelled to fucking do an interview. Like it's like that just goes to show you that it's like you're poking me, you poking me, you poking me, you poking me, just like you poke it's like you poke Drake, it's like you poke this, it's like you poke everybody else, and it's like why are you poking me? Why are you fucking poking me? What I did to you? I never disrespected you, bro. I never disrespected you, and I always liked you. And every single time I see you, I be getting so excited, like, hey, what's up? But now, all of a sudden, because you want to pander, you a panderer. You want to pander, and I know that you be wanting to pander because you know all about little fan bases. You know all about fan bases. You know about Bardigan. You know about this. You know about that. Like you just want to pander, and it's like it's lame because you're a whole. But yeah, all of this could have. You know what? All of this could have been solved if Joe would have DM me and he could have come to the studio and listened to my album. But no, he decided to talk shit about me for the past 2 years for absolutely no fucking reason. There's not even matter of fact, there's not even about an album. There's about poking me. There's about poking me. That's why he did the Tasha K shit. That's why he was talking shit when I was going through it with my marriage. But yes, y'all, I am drop. If anybody want to know, I am dropping my album this year. Y'all gonna see everything come into play. I'm dropping my album this year. Nothing is stopping me, bitch. Nothing is fucking stopping me. Nothing, 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 nothing. Somebody said Cardi is right. Joe Budden do not critique from a music lover standpoint. he critique from a hater standpoint. And that's the thing. Like, it's like you don't be like, you don't criticize me from a critique music, whatever the yeah, suck my dick. You don't criticize me from a music lover standpoint. You criticize everything I do from a bad hater point of view, whether it's my personal life, whether it's my music. uh, Somebody could be doing great or somebody could be doing bad. He's gonna compare them to me. And it's like, bro, what's your issue with me? Address your issue. What I did to you? I ain't did nothing to you. I ain't did nothing to you, my nigga. And it does kind of bother me because it's like, yo, I never had an issue with this man. I never did nothing to this man.
All right, so it was so much going on, but let's go back because y'all saw when she was saying that she used to give Joe lap dances at the club, and y'all know Cardi used to be a stripper. And so during that time, Joe was tweeting stuff out. So the first thing he said was, I promise you, I can assure you, I will not cover a single thing this girl does for the remainder of her career. Peace and love. So now Joe is taking a stance that he is not talking about Cardi B no more. Let's see if he will stand by that. But of course, you know, at the next pod, he got to talk about her cussing him out on Spaces first. Then he gonna stop talking about her. He said, I also have never gotten a lap dance from this lady. I'm calling cap on that. I'm calling cap on that. Then he had a series of tweets. The first one he said, I also have never done coke. Okay. He said, I'm on Spaces. I think I understand what's going on. This is a play because I love her. And after this part where Joe was like, is this a play? I saw Kim Barbie chime in and was like, well, you keep saying that she not about to drop an album, so what is this a play for? Because according to you, Joe Budden, she's not dropping an album. So that was Kim Barbie's moment to chime in. And the last thing is, Joe said, I really just wanted an album from someone whose music I love. And I do think Joe is a fan of Cardi. And I've heard, Joe be critical of Cardi, but I've also heard Joe throw her a lot of love since the beginning of the podcast. Like, I've been listening since episode 1 with Peter Rosenberg when they used to do it at the Hot 97 studio. He's always showed Cardi love. But I do think Cardi is a little sensitive because I think in her mind, they're both New Yorkers. They got some secret type of bond. He's not supposed to be critical of her. But I can't recall Joe talking about Cardi and a situation that's going on in her life that nobody else was talking about. I feel like when he talks about her, it's because she's the topic of conversation that week, and he's just going off of the same topics that we all are talking about. Now, maybe he might add a little bit more because he's Joe Budden. He's been in the industry. He seems to have a relationship with Cardi. So maybe that's the part that makes her offensive, is because, Joe knows more about the industry than somebody like me, because obviously he's been in the industry for a long time. Also, another thing I want to address is when Cardi was talking about, this girl who was talking about my baby and said I was having my baby because she's dark skinned. She was talking about Milagro. And I think she got an issue with Joe Budden being cool with Milagro. And if y'all don't remember last week, Milagro and Cardi got into it on Twitter. They've been beefing for months. But, last week was the first time Cardi actually publicly acknowledged Milagro. And it might have been a week or two ago, I don't know. But in the industry, people have an issue when you are friends with their ops. And Milagro Grams, if y'all don't know about Mob Radio, I was covering her a lot during the Tory and Megan trial, but she has a name of her own. So I'm pretty sure if you know gossip channels and shit like that, you know Milagro. But I don't like it when celebrities do that. when they have an issue with one person in the media or another artist or whoever, and it's like, oh, well, if you friends with them, I'm against you. I don't like that from Cardi. I don't like that. I don't also like her bringing up the Tasha K interview like Joe did an interview with Tasha K to go at Cardi. I think some of this stuff she's just making up in her head. I don't think this stuff is that serious to Joe. I think he's always just trying to do his job, trying to do his show. I'm pretty sure Cardi has done songs with people that fucking Joe don't like. Imagine him getting on this podcast and saying, she did a song with Shorty because I don't like her. You know what I mean? Like, some of that stuff is petty. And yes, is Joe critical when he does his music analysis? Yes. Ask Drake. But as a Drake fan, let me rephrase this. Yes, Joe has said things about Drake that I didn't like, but I never thought they were personal attacks. Even this recent back and forth with Drake, when Joe said something about, he was dating 24-year-olds or something like that. Okay, Joe said it, but it's not like 24-year-olds are illegal. You know what I mean? So it's I do think some of these celebrities, they just get so sensitive whenever Joe is talking about music, going all the way back to the Lil Yachty conversation on Everyday Struggle. I think we're seeing a little bit of that with Cardi today, going off on her rant. And look, let's just be real. She's dropping an album. She hasn't put out an official album release date, but today is Thursday, close to the weekend. I think she was trying to shake some shit up today. If she would have did this on a Monday, a Tuesday, but you did it on a Thursday, right after a day ago she was talking about, I got something special to announce with my album, and I didn't hear any special announcement from her, but now I hear her cussing out Joe Budden. It does feel like a play. It does feel like a play, and Joe is not the only person who came to that conclusion today. I'm sure Milagro came to the conclusion. Joe came to the conclusion. All the other members of the media who were in this spaces today, they thought the same thing. So if the weekend passes and Cardi don't do some special announcement, she don't drop the album cover or give us an album release date, I will be surprised. So let me know what y'all think about this. Like the video and subscribe. Hey, nigga, donate. Hit the super chat. Scan the PayPal. Hit the Cash App. Thank you. Have a blessed day.